Hey guys, it's me, Foggy. What's going on with you? Um, Tell me what you dreamt last night. I wasn't gonna make a video, but I normally write down my dreams if I remember them, and I don't really feel like writing this down, but I guess I just wanted to keep it. So I'm just gonna talk about this dream that I had last night. So, normally my dreams are pretty good. Normally, I would say my dreams are pretty good, and even if they have like sad elements to them, I feel like they're just interesting. Like, I just feel like my dreams are like I don't normally have nightmares or anything. I feel like my dreams are definitely like I feel like I definitely use my dreams to process, and things come to the surface in my dreams, and I think like suppressed things and subconscious things definitely come forward in my dreams. Anyways, so so for context, I got this job, and this job requires me to get a physical, like a physical examination, just to make sure that I'm in good health, I guess, and like up to date on like my shots. And so which I did today, and so I dreamt this last night. So like this examination is tomorrow in in the dream. So whatever. So in the dream, I'm at the Minute Clinic at CVS, and the doctor calls me in, or the physician calls me in, and she's this like redheaded woman with glasses and pale skin, and she's pretty voluptuous, and her name is Roxy. and and she tells me I need to take this pill. And so she tries to give me a pill, and it's like wrapped in paper, and then she makes this like weird mixture of like something for me to drink, and she's like, "Here, you need to take these." And she like starts to like put them into my face. Like she starts to like feed them to me. And I'm like, "Hold on. What is that?" And she's like, "Oh, it's just something that you need to take." Like I think she gave me an explanation, but I don't really remember. And I was like, "Why am I taking this, and what is it?" And she's like, you need to take it." Like I forget what she said, but she was like, I'm literally the doctor. I'm literally the doctor, and you're paying me to treat you. So just take it." And I'm like, "I'm just asking what I'm about to ingest in my what I'm about to ingest." And she's like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Okay." I still don't really know what it is. Um, I don't know, but it's just like really like the tension in the air is like thick. So I guess that I take the pill, and I drink the thing, and it's gross. It tastes kind of like a it tastes like a saline solution mixed with like pill and paper. And I'm like choking on paper. So I like ingest it, and I'm like, "Okay, so when is something gonna start to happen? Like, am I gonna feel better or something?" And then she's gone. And then the doctor is gone. She's disappeared, and I'm like calling her name. And I'm like, "Can someone help me? My doctor's gone." And then everyone doesn't have a face. Um, Everyone's face is gone. Like, I'm looking around, and I'm like calling her name, and I'm like asking for some help, but it's like no one can hear me. It's like I'm in this weird bubble and fog, and like it's like no one can hear me and no one has a face. And then I start to feel really weird and I'm like, oh, something's happening to me. And then I remember being on the bed and the sheets are navy blue, just like my bed. And I'm just like drooling. Like I'm drooling. I'm creating this huge like puddle of saliva on my sheets. And I'm like, it's like I'm puking saliva. If anyone has any idea what that's supposed to mean, go ahead and let me know. While I was telling that story, I didn't think I was going to remember any other dreams than just the ones that I already remembered, but while I was telling that, I actually remembered another dream that I had last night, and it was this dream where these friends from middle school I have, their names are Dylan and PJ. I dreamt that I brought them to this place, this like warehouse where I either worked or my friends worked there. So like if I bring someone, I don't want them to be making a fool of themselves or anything, or making a fool of us. So I bring them to like this warehouse, and I don't know, maybe it was like a Halloween warehouse or like a playground warehouse or something. It's this like big warehouse with 2 floors. And I bring Dylan and PJ to this warehouse to like meet my friends, and Dylan and PJ literally they start just like fucking shit up. Like they start like shaking the like support of things until like something breaks. And I'm like, can you guys not do that? And and they keep doing that, and then they like run to some other place, and I'm like, yo, like I know the people who work here, can you not, and they run up, and they just keep breaking stuff. Like they keep just like shaking the stuff as if they're just playing, and then like something will like a piece will fall, and you'll hear like metal clank on the floor, and then all this stuff like will just fall over, and I'm like and they're acting surprised, and they're like, did I do that? And I'm like, literally just stop. And I remember turning to my friends at some point, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I have absolutely no idea why the hell they're doing this. And you can tell that they're irritated. And then for some reason, I feel like I remember us all being cramped into one like space, like a box. Like, you know, when you're a kid and you crawl into the shelves at like the grocery store. It was kind of like that, but like in the warehouse. Like it's like we were all in this like little cage almost. I don't know. And actually, I have this other part of my dream that I vaguely remember. I just remembered it as I was talking about that, and now I like forget again. I remember this grassy place, like really open, but there's a path and there's some kind of structure, and I feel like I'm there alone, and I feel like I remember there being flowers or something that I'm picking, and I feel like I have some kind of encounter with some kind of creature. I'm just like really struggling to remember what was going on. And I don't know, I just remember like wandering this place, like walking this place, and I feel like someone else was there for a moment. I feel like I remember something about flowers. I feel like I remember my neighbor's house across the street I remember their grass being really overgrown, and when grass gets overgrown, it creates these like little sprigs of little seeds, and you can like pick the grass and you can like strip all the seeds right off of the sprig, and it'll create this like pattern of, it looks like a seed flower, and it just, you can just hold it in your hand, and then when you let go it just like falls away into a bunch of seeds. And I feel like I remember that in my neighbor's yard. And then there's another thing that I remember. So at the moment, this is the last thing that I remember vividly. But whenever my mom shows up in my dreams, I feel like a lot of the time she acts as like a source of my anger. Like she does something that like makes me scream at her, or even if she doesn't do anything, I end up screaming at her. So I was dreaming that my room was in the basement, and the basement was different. Like some of the stuff that was down there was still there, but not really. Like the walls were cleared out kind of, and so it was a bigger space. And like I had a bed and I had my stuff and everything, and it was my room. And my mom keeps these boxes for all of us where she keeps like any mementos or like things that we wrote in school, and probably like yearbooks and whatever, like awards and just like, you know, sentimental stuff. And for some reason, I had dreamt that I went to school with Dochi, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I just remembered that I went to school with Dochi, like in elementary school. Let me like look in the yearbook. And I also remember dreaming Suza and Dochi. I feel like I almost dreamt about them interacting with each other, but like maybe I'm one of them. And and I remember Suza saying like oh my gosh, like, yeah, like, remember, like, you know how you forget stuff and then someone says something and then you remember it? Like, when you said that we went to school together, I just remembered that we did, and now I have this image of you as a child. And so now I'm like imagining Dochi as a child. I like see this child version of Dochi, and I'm like, I'm gonna go look at my yearbooks. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And so I go to my room in the basement, and I open a box and I grab the yearbooks, and I have headphones on and I'm listening to music and I'm like looking through the yearbooks. And then I look up and my mom is in my room and she's like vacuuming, and I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Sure, it's not like I'm sitting here doing something and you're just in my room vacuuming now. And and that already kind of annoyed me, but then my mom said something and I was like, okay, it's fine. And then she said, so why do you want to leave? Like, tell me again why you want to leave. And I'm like, what? And she's like, why do you want to leave? And I was like, are you talking about me going to my new job in New Hampshire? And she was like, I don't know. I was like, are you trying to suddenly not support this? Like, what are you talking about? Why would I want to leave? What? And I don't know, that just like made me really angry. And then she said other stuff that made me really angry. And she's like vacuuming in my room, and my room like has a door but no walls. So it's like I can shut the door, but I can't actually shut anyone out because there's all these open walls. And so I try to like shut the door, but and I unplug the vacuum and I like put it out there and I like shut the door. And I'm feeling really irritated with her, and I'm like, I'm not doing this right now. I'm not gonna convince you of anything right now. It's so sudden that you don't support this. I'm not I don't feel like feeling this way right now. I'm not doing this. So I like shut the door, and then I like put my headphones back on and I go back to my bed. And that's all I really remember from that. Anyways, those were the dreams that I had last night. Um, I know you guys don't know me that well because, you know, I guess I used to share more on here, but I just realized that it just puts me in a really vulnerable position, and I try to just like be honest as much as I can without sharing too many details of my life. But there's just only so much you can really know about a person. So I know you guys don't know a lot about like what's going on with me or anything, but if anybody has any kind of anything to say about those things that I dreamt, I'd be very interested. And I'd also be interested in hearing what you guys dream about. If you have any dreams that you have dreamt lately that, I don't know, stuck out to you, or if you remember what you dreamt last night, I'd be really interested. So please let me know in the comments any of these things if you have any ideas about what any of those things mean that I dreamt. I mean, I really think a lot of it is just processing, but then sometimes I kind of have premonitions in my dreams. Like one time I dreamt of this aquarium store. And this was like a long time ago. I dreamt of this aquarium store. And then a few weeks ago, me and my friend were in this city, and I didn't notice this store, but she noticed and she was like, "Oh, we should go there." And we then went and got some coffee, and then we went back to the aquarium store, and we walked in, and immediately I was like, I've been here before. I've been here before in a dream. And when I tell you that the setup of the store was exactly the same, like I've been there. And this is what I mean when I say time is like a worm. And when you have memories or visions, like I feel like I'm learning that I like get these visions, and a lot of the time it's something that either has happened or something that will happen. It's either a memory or a vision. Like these images that I get in my mind, or sometimes even dreams. And I've had a lot of synchronicities like that lately, like a lot. And another one I'm about to talk about, actually. But yeah, time is like a worm. And it's like, look at this, like, actually I think the camera is flipped, so look at this. This is like the beginning of your life, or like this is the beginning of time, and this is the end of time. And if you want to look at it as your life, like this is your birth and this is your death, then look at it like that. But like this is the beginning, this is the end, figuratively speaking. And it's like when you have a memory, you're like reaching back into like a different worm, a part of the worm. And when you have a vision, you're reaching into a different part of the worm, but it's all part of the same thing that already exists. It's like your fate is already set in stone. Like things are already set to happen, and things are bound to happen. because it's like they already exist in time. It's just a matter of it being projected in front of you. This was about a week ago. Another dream that I had dreamt someone had reached out to me that night. And I knew it would happen. But I guess I didn't know how to feel about it. And I knew what would happen. I knew that it wasn't going to last. I knew that it was just a moment. I knew that it was just a moment, and that he was going to tell me this actually isn't a good idea because I'm protecting you. But the night that he reached out to me, my brain was processing all this stuff. And I dreamt that he abandoned me in 3 different ways. One way was that the message I saw on my phone, like, I woke up and my phone was empty. Like, I dreamt that it was just a dream and it didn't really happen. I woke up, I looked at my phone, and he never had reached out to me. And then another way was that before I could even respond, he had blocked me and he was gone. And it's like he took my choice away from me. He like reached out, gave me this split-second window of time to respond, and by the time I was ready to respond, I missed my chance. And then the third way was I had decided to meet him in, like, we were staying in this lodge, and there was like a restaurant in this lodge, and I was waiting in a booth, and he wasn't showing up, and I was like starting to get the feeling that he's not gonna come, but I'm still sitting there waiting for him. And he doesn't come. And then finally, as I'm about to leave, I turn around and he's sitting in the booth behind me, but his back is towards me, and he won't turn around to face me. And he's sitting with his family instead of me, and he won't turn around, and so I just leave. And then when I'm leaving, I'm in the halls of these lodge, and I can hear his voice. And I hear his voice echoing and talking about how this is best, like, I can't hurt you this way. And it's better this way, I can't actually do it. And I'm like, my head spins with all these, my thoughts battle and try to make peace with it, but then this hurts, and yeah. And then guess what happened? I already spoiled the ending. Anyways, I knew it would happen, and it's all fine. But whatever. And then I'm gonna finish with this last thing that I dreamt in that same night. I dreamt something else. I had a little dog who would come to me whenever there was trouble or something for me to save or fix. But I was in this place, sort of shaped like a school, I guess. It was like they confiscated my dog and hid him. I wore that black fairy skirt that goes to my knees, and knee socks, and probably a tank top. It was raining outside. I was talking to someone, and then I turned toward the glass door, and I thought I saw my dog outside running with some other figure in the rain. and he needed me. I run for my shoes and I run outside, following them. Someone behind me yelled, "It isn't him," and when I got closer, I saw that it wasn't my dog. But they led to this mythical scene of 3 or 4 more little dogs and some other little creatures. One scared little rat curled up aside some flowers, maybe on top of some newspaper or a grate. And I looked at all the little animals and I turned behind me, and there was the person who took my dog away. And now I know that he's lost. And I scream at her, "You! You're the reason he's lost. You ruined everything. If you had just left us alone, we'd be fine and he would be here." And I'm crying, and it's still raining. To my side, there's some grass and a structure. I start to climb on top of it. It's like a giant headstone with a platform and steeple. And I get to the top platform and I scream into the rain. I scream so deeply that my legs want to break. I scream for the little dog. I scream for how it hurts. I'm delirious. So that's my life. I hope you enjoyed it because I know I did. This has been so fun. There's that little peek into what happens when I'm asleep. And I think it's all, I find it interesting. Lately, I've had some pain, but it's kind of the kind of pain that happens between two good things. And it's like a sandwich. And it just adds depth, I guess, and I'm strong enough to handle pain. And it's okay. And I have so many good things going for me and everything, but yeah, I still have pain and like things that are challenging, but I feel like they're good. Like they're good challenges, and I know that I'm on the right path and that they're leading me to where I'm meant to go, and that I know that there's this huge change coming for me, and there's all these things that are going to change, and it's just going to be incredible and exactly what I need. And all I need to do is just keep going, keep trying to do the right thing, keep trying to figure things out. And I know that all the pain pays off, and it's kind of like, it's the kind of problems that I like, that I want to have. In the perspective that when my house caught on fire and I didn't have my house anymore, I was so devastated and stressed, and my head was constantly ringing with pain and like desperation. And I remember just writing. I was writing constantly because I had all this pain that I had no idea what to do with. I just wanted it all to end. I wanted it all to be over. I didn't want to be going through that anymore. And I remember wishing that I had my old problems back. I remember wishing that I had my old problems and that I didn't have to worry about this. I miss my old problems. I miss the little things that I was stressing about. I was stressing about stupid things, and I was stressing about things that were actually working for me. Like I remember when I was struggling to find a job, I was like crying about like things that went wrong and things that weren't working out. And little did I know, what I was crying about was things actually working out in my favor. Things actually ended up working out in my favor, and I was just crying over losing these things that wouldn't actually have been as good for me. But anyways, I feel like the pain that I have right now is, it's character building and I know that it will all be okay. and it'll all work out. And I know that you need to have pain and you need to work through things, and there's just too many good things for me to wish this pain away. I don't want to wish this pain away. I'm okay with having it. It means that I care about things. I care about my dog. I care about the person who reached out to me. I care about the books that I'm reading that make me cry, and I process it all in my dreams. And yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with me, vaguely. I mean, there's plenty of things that I could go to in depth. Yeah, but that's the video. Even longer than I thought it was going to be. Sorry about that. I thought it was going to be like a 10-minute video because I thought I was just going to talk about that one dream. But yeah, I want to genuinely thank you for listening to me talk, and for clicking on my video, and for putting me on, and for listening to my voice and being here and spending time with me and listening to me. And if you have anything to say, I want to know what it is. And if you want to confide in me about anything, I'm here. And I'll listen to you. And even if I don't respond, I want you to know that I respond with my heart, and that I receive you, and I'm giving you a big hug. And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Sweet dreams.